From major mayoral races in both Twin Cities to school funding fights across the state, Minnesota voters decided, and we are tracking the results.
You see the ticker right there at the bottom of your screen. That'll show you the very latest results from across the state. But with ranked choice voting, the races for who will lead the Twin Cities, they were too close to call after the first count. Our Barrett Leone joining us live this morning from Minneapolis City Hall as we're still waiting to find out who will lead that city. Barrett?
Hey, good morning, Heather, AJ. Yeah, this was anticipated to be a really close race. So right now, incumbent Mayor Jacob Fry is leading 10 percentage points over his closest challenger, State Senator Omar Fateh. And we know because of ranked choice voting that this race is not over yet. So right now, after the first round of votes, the first count, Fry has 42% of the vote. Fateh has 32%. A winning candidate needs 50% plus one vote to win, so there will need to be a second count. Fry supporters are confident and cautious as third and second choice ballots could still shift the outcome. The incumbent mayor tells us he's humbled by the support he's received.
Whether you were on board or not, we love you. We care about you. Whether you voted for us or not, we love you. We care about you. We're uniting this city. We're bringing it back. Minneapolis is on the rise, everybody. A great city rises.
Meanwhile, Fateh supporters tell us they are optimistic he can win a second round. The Democratic Socialist told us last night the race was too close to call. He's grateful to his supporters and what he calls his scrappy campaign.
So tonight, this race is too close to call. And that's okay because every vote must be counted and reallocated. And the truth is, from day one, we knew what we were up against.
So counting for second choice votes will pick up again this morning at 9 o'clock. Of course, this is developing, so stay close on air, online to WCCO as we get these results coming in.
Absolutely. We know the counting will start again this morning.
Yeah, we knew this was going to take some time. Barrett Leone, live for us in Minneapolis. Barrett, thank you. And a shakeup in leadership appears to be on the way for Minnesota's capital city because after the second round of voting, Cully Leher has 48%. Incumbent Melvin Carter has 45%. These results still need to be verified by the state before a winner is officially announced, which is expected to happen later today. Once confirmed, Her will be the first woman and first Asian American to serve as mayor of St. Paul. She has represented the city in the Minnesota House since 2019 and worked as a policy director for Carter for nearly 4 years. The representative spoke with supporters last night after her projected victory was announced.
From the time I announced in August, we ran this race differently. This wasn't about running against something. It was about running for our city and the people who make this a great city. We didn't focus on the same high voter turnout areas that usually deliver these victories. We organized in communities of color, overlooked areas of the city, because every voice matters in democracy.
Once again, these results need to be verified by the state, which is expected to happen later today.
Now, voters in St. Paul had two questions on their ballots, one for the St. Paul Public Schools, which asked voters to approve a measure to increase revenue by $1,073 per pupil over 10 years. This measure passed with 65% of the votes in favor of that measure. That change will lead to $37.2 million per year for day-to-day funding to make up for a budget shortfall for the 26-27 school year. Now, the other question that St. Paul voters voted on was regarding administrative citations. Those are known as civil penalties. Measure passed 68-32. So that means the city charter will be amended to administrative citations can be issued for those who violate city ordinances. This is instead of only using criminal penalties to enforce ordinances. And looking ahead to the next legislative session at the state capitol, the balance of power will remain the same. This is following two special elections yesterday.
So let's start in Senate District 29. That represents Buffalo. A special election called after the death of Senator Bruce Anderson. Republican Michael Holstrom beat Lewis McNutt 62-38%. And in Senate District 47, which represents Woodbury, a Democrat will once again hold the position. Amanda Hemmingson Yeager beat Republican Dwight Dora 62-38%. This seat was open after former Senator Nicole Mitchell Marshall resigned after her felony burglary conviction. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to hear from WCCO's Caroline Cummings with a breakdown on why these results give us a look ahead to the next legislative session. And we know that Minnesotans were not the only ones voting Tuesday. We've been keeping an eye on several elections across the country.
So in New York City, Zoran Mandami, a 34-year-old self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, is set to become the first Muslim mayor of New York City. He beat Republican Curtis Sliwa and former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who ran as an independent. Now, voter turnout surpassed 2 million. That's the first time that's happened since 1969.
For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater.
So Mamdani will be sworn in as mayor of New York City on January 1st of 2026. And then in neighboring New Jersey, another win for Democrats in their top office.
Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill was voted in as governor, and history was made in Virginia as former Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger is projected to become the Commonwealth's first woman governor. And in California, voters overwhelmingly appear to have approved of Governor Gavin Newsom's Prop 50.
Now, Prop 50, that's a plan to temporarily redraw the state's congressional maps to favor Democrats. That would give them more seats in Congress. This is in response to efforts by Republicans in Texas and other red states at the request of President Trump.
Of course, we will continue to cover the elections both on air and on our streaming platform, CBS News Minnesota. You can check the latest results as they come in at WCCO.com/results.